For weeks now, the streets of Iran have echoed with a name many thought belonged to history. Pahlavi will return. Javid Shah, down with the dictator. As protests spread across cities, towns, universities and bazaars, one exiled figure has moved from the sidelines into the center of the storm. Reza Pahlavi, the son of Iran's last Shah, is once again being spoken about as a possible future face of the country. Reza Pahlavi was born in Tehran in October 1960, the only son of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, ruler of Iran for nearly 4 decades. His birth was treated as a national event. He was raised to inherit the peacock throne. Educated by private tutors, surrounded by palace life, he was trained early on for leadership and military service. At 17, he was sent to the US to train as a fighter pilot, but he never came back. While Reza Pahlavi was in flight school in Texas, Iran exploded. In 1979, mass protests toppled the monarchy. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini returned from exile. The Islamic Republic was born. His father fled Iran, moving between countries, rejected by former allies. He died of cancer in exile in Egypt in 1980. At just 20, Reza Pahlavi became the symbolic heir to a fallen dynasty without a country. For nearly 5 decades, Reza Pahlavi has lived outside Iran, mostly in America. He studied political science, married Yasmin, a lawyer, and raised 3 daughters. Tragedy followed the family into exile. His younger sister and brother both died by suicide. Despite this, he never disappeared from Iranian politics. He remained a symbol, sometimes controversial, but always present. The Pahlavi name still cuts deep inside Iran. Supporters remember the monarchy as a time of modernization, women's education, and global standing, while critics and opposers remember censorship, inequality, and the Bureau for Intelligence and Security of the State, or the feared SAVAK secret police. Iran's latest protests began over the economy, runaway inflation, a collapsing currency, and jobs disappearing. But anger didn't stop there. Protests spread to more than 180 cities. Bazaar merchant shops shut, university students poured into the streets, slogans shifted, from bread and prices to power and survival. And that is when Reza Pahlavi stepped forward. In January, Pahlavi issued his clearest call yet, urging Iranians to protest together at specific times, from streets and rooftops, city after city. Soon after, Iran imposed a nationwide internet blackout. Security forces intensified crackdowns. Pahlavi praised protesters, urged unity, and called on police and soldiers to stand with the people. For the first time in years, he tried to guide.
همیهنان عزیزم، شما با شجاعت و ایستادگی خود تحسین جهانیان را برانگیخته اید. حضور دگرباره و پرشکوهتان در خیابان‌های سراسر ایران در شامگاه جمعه پاسخی دندان شکن به تهدیدهای رهبر خائن و جنایتکار جمهوری اسلامی بود. در همین راستا از کارگران و کارکنان بخش‌های کلیدی اقتصاد به ویژه حمل و نقل و نفت و گاز و انرژی دعوت می‌کنم روند اعتصاب سراسری را آغاز کنند.
Then came the line that changed the conversation. Reza Pahlavi said he was preparing to return to Iran when conditions allow and was ready to help lead a transition if the Islamic Republic collapses.
دنیا امروز کنار انقلاب ملی شما ایستاده است و شهامت شما را تحسین می‌کند. به ویژه پرزیدنت ترامپ به عنوان رهبر جهان آزاد شجاعت وصف ناشدنیتان را با دقت دیده و اعلام کرده که آماده کمک به شماست. خیابانها را رها نکنید. قلب و روح هم با شماست و می‌دانم که به زودی در کنار شما خواهم بود.
He later spoke of an interim plan and a short transition period focused on stability, security and elections.
گزارش‌های معتبری به دست من رسیده است که نشان می‌دهد جمهوری اسلامی برای مقابله با جمعیت میلیونی مردم در خیابان‌ها با کمبود شدید نیرو روبروست و تاکنون بسیاری از نیروهای مسلح و امنیتی نیز محل کارشان را ترک و یا از دستور سرکوب مردم سرپیچی کرده‌اند.
Does he want the throne? Pahlavi says no. He insists he does not seek absolute power and does not demand the restoration of the monarchy. He calls for a national referendum, letting Iranians choose between a republic, a monarchy, or something else entirely. His stated goals are clear: free elections, separation of religion and state, equal rights for women, and rule of law. Whether Iranians trust that promise is another question. This is the hardest part to measure. Supporters claim overwhelming popularity, while some analysts strongly dispute it. Independent surveys suggest that roughly a third of Iranians may support Reza Pahlavi, a large number but not a majority. Chants don't equal votes, and nostalgia doesn't always become power. Even some protesters say they want democracy, not an unelected figure, royal or a cleric. Pahlavi's outrage has also drawn fire. His visit to Israel in 2023, meeting Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and attending a Holocaust memorial, split opinion sharply. Some saw realism, others saw political risk. He has also said that actions weakening Iran's ruling system may be welcomed by many Iranians. Comments that sparked fierce debate, especially during Israeli airstrikes inside Iran. As protests escalated, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu showed support for the protesters in Iran. He said that Israel hopes that Iran would soon be freed from the yoke of tyranny. US President Donald Trump has repeatedly warned Iran's leadership against violent crackdowns. He has praised Iranian protesters, but when asked about backing Reza Pahlavi directly, Trump stopped short. He called Pahlavi a nice man but said that meeting him would not be appropriate. Washington appears to be cautious, waiting and watching.
But I don't think they're trying to play. I think they just want peace. They want to have freedom. The protesters are after freedom. Iran has not allowed freedom for a long time. And the protesters, I don't think they're trying to appease me. They're trying to get somebody to help them. They're under siege. And now it looks like they're being shot, which is a very bad thing.
Can Pahlavi actually return to Iran? As long as Ayatollah Ali Khamenei remains in power, the answer is a hard no. Reza Pahlavi would be arrested the moment he steps foot in Iran. Even after a regime collapse, risks remain from loyalists, security forces and deep political fractures. For now, Reza Pahlavi occupies a strange space. He is the most recognizable opposition figure that Iran has in a moment when leadership is scarce.